Hi, hello everybody. My name is Sarah. I am also known as Cross Stitch Mad Sarah over on Instagram. I've eventually decided to beat the bullet and make my own floss tube. So this is my first one. I am not gonna lie, I am a little bit nervous. I hope there's not too many ums and ahs. Fingers crossed, not too much. Hopefully you will all be able to understand me. I am going to try and see if I can speak a little bit slower, because when I am nervous, I know that I do ramble a little bit, so I'm going to try my best not to. So first of all, a little bit about me. As you can probably tell from my accent, I am from Newcastle, up in the northeast of England. I am 35 this year. Oh my god, feeling like I'm getting old. I'm married. I have a little girl called Amelia. She's 7, and quite a few of my recent whips and my new starts are going to be for her. Little bit else about me, I am a nurse, so I do a lot of shift work. I do predominantly nights, although these days I am having to start doing day shifts. The less said about that, the better. Yeah, so I do shift work. I do tend to work at a weekend, so my stitching is kind of, I fit it around as and when I can. I do tend to stitch after I've put Amelia to bed at night time. I do try and get a couple of hours in, but obviously at a weekend my stitching is nowhere near as much. So I thought first of all I'd start off by going through my whips. I don't have many whips. At the minute, I only have 5. So that's not a lot. I find that if I have more than that, well, not necessarily more than 5, but if I have a lot of whips, I get a little bit stressed because I worry about not being able to get them done. And my whips are quite big. I don't really do very many smalls. I am not a fan of backstitching. It's not my thing at all. I do quite like full coverage. I don't mind a little bit of backstitching, but as if you've ever followed me, if you've ever seen on my Instagram when I did the dragon, the lovely cross stitch bunny told me to do, Lauren was like, it's fine, you'll manage the backstitching. It was insane. That has put me off backstitch pretty much for life, but I have to admit it does look beautiful. So my first whip, which is my oldest whip, I'm just going to check when I started it. I've got it on here. So it is, I had this all lovely marked and I've lost my page. So Bonded by the Rain by Leonard Aframid. Now initially I started this on the 29th of July on 2022. So this is, oh, excuse me, this is a restart. So this is where I am up to. I am about, I want to say 11%. So this is a restart. This is now on 18 count Ada. Initially, I tried to do, I can't remember if it was 25 or 28 count 2 over 1 tent, but then I decided to go back to Ada. Now this is a present for my friend Laura, who she chose, I'll stand this way so I can be in the camera. So yeah, Laura chose this design because she moved into a new house and I said she could pick something. So what it will look like is, I'm going to just get a little picture up on my phone. I should have been more prepared and I'm totally not. Here we go. So, I'm hoping you can see that. It's not too bad, the glare, is it? So yeah, so this is how it will look. And this is for my friend Laura. So on the restart, it's on 18 count Ada. And I am loving it. And I have, that's my oldest one. And I last worked on that just before New Year, which was when I discovered Royal Rose. So I love doing full coverage. I do normally park. Sometimes I do a little bit of cross country. It depends what kind of mood I'm in. Sometimes I get bored of the parked threads and then go wild and get rid of them all. Other times I'm quite happy for them to stay there. So the Royal Rose, when I discovered this on New Year's Eve, I think the lovely Hannah, and now Hannah, I'm not sure if I'm saying your surname correctly, Woolston, the lovely Hannah anyways, she posted about Royal Rose and she was like the 3rd or 4th person I'd heard talk about it. So I went down a rabbit hole on YouTube, on here, for the Royal Stitcher, and I have fell in love with Royal Rose. Oh my god, what an absolute game changer it is for full coverage. So since picking that up, when I re-picked that back up on New Year, I actually got quite a bit done. So I think that'll be my next big thing that I'm going to work on and hopefully try and get finished. So my next whip, I'm just going to, this is my handy little book. Just going to look in my book. So my next whip that I've got in the next order, which I started on the 4th of August 2022, is Fairy Iridescent by Bella Filipina. Now, I'm not going to take everything off my frames because yeah, I'm just not organised enough for that. But I shall move this a little bit because I've got a load of felt to keep it decent. So, dun 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 dun. Oh, even better look. This is how it shall look. So this is where I'm up to now. I have done the full bottom half of the skirt, and I got really excited and put these beads in, and I knew I shouldn't have done because they are ginormous. And now, how on earth am I going to be able to continue with that in the way? Yeah, did not kind of think that through, but I got really excited. So this is on a Paul Stitcher's linen. I believe the colour is Sunshine Days. So this wasn't bought for this fabric, or this fabric I should say, sorry, wasn't bought for this design. So I bought the fabric, and I have to say when it came I was a little bit disappointed because it didn't look anything like the colour that had appeared on the website. But that's fine, because when it came I just thought, oh well, I'll not use it for what I was going to use it for, I'll use it for something else. So I've ended up using it on there, and I am really liking it. It's my first time stitching on linen. There is little, is it slubs, dubs, whatever the official terminology is. There is a few of those in, but they aren't too bad, and I am really enjoying it. Once I'm finished, which I haven't got to yet, but once I've finished working on my project that I'm working on just pretty much monotonously at the minute, the next one I'm going to go back to is Fairy Iridescent, because I think, if we look, hang on, I'll just grab this little picture. So I have done pretty much where these beady bits are here. This is where I'm up to. So I have done all of this down here. So actually I should probably be this side, shouldn't I? So I've done all of this, and I'm thinking I'm about halfway. I've only got the top half to do, although this is all of the crazy sparkly thread. I can't remember if I'm using Krennic or Rainbow Treasure braid, Petite Treasure braid even. I can't remember what I'm using, but I know I've got all of the sparkles to come. So that's going to be, I would say, probably a little bit of a challenge in itself. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to getting to work some more on that. My next oldest whip was my birthday start from 2022, which was the 9th of August, and it is the lovely Snow Maiden by Mirabilia. Now this was meant to be a stitch along with the lovely Lauren cross stitch bunny. This is, however, Lauren has very nearly finished her Snow Maiden, if not possibly, potentially, may have already finished. I just haven't looked at my messages yet. But this is Snow Maiden. Da-da! So I've really enjoyed working on this because this is my first time of working with Karen water lilies, because my last Mirabilia didn't have them in. So this is really fun doing all these circles. I really, really, really enjoyed it. And the skirt is ginormous. So lots of the gaps are obviously for the beading, and this has got Krennic in too. And this, I believe, is a 32 count. This is a printed fabric from Lauren's shop. Now, Snow Maiden, when she is finished, bear with me, I've got my phone here. Now, I was organised, and clearly I'm not that organised. Here we go. Snow Maiden. Oh, Jesus, the light, I have not. Oh, there, look, I'll tilt my phone a bit. Can I zoom? There we go. So that is what Snow Maiden. Oh, my God. I'll not do this again. So that's Snow Maiden there, how she will look when she is finished. I don't know when I'll be next working on her. I'll get to her when I get to her. And then my other whip, which I have got, is hidden. Ugh. Again, I should be more organised next time. Which way around am I? This way. So this is Dark Queen of the Seas. And I am just sort of working out over. My friend Josie, who is lovely, she put all of the pattern onto Pattern Keeper for me because I couldn't get part 12 to work and load it up, and I didn't want to do it part 1, 2, and you know, like do it in order. So she very cleverly put it all together for me. So yeah, so this is Dark Queen of the Seas. This is on a 32 count, I want to say. Is it 32? Yeah, this is a 32 count hand-dyed even weave from Lauren's shop, Stitch Bunny. And it is a beautiful, beautiful blue. Beads wise, in the Krennic, again, I've definitely bought Petite Pressure braid for this one. And the beads I converted myself because I couldn't find the beads over here. And I had a disaster. So I was very clever and I ordered the beads, I believe, from crystal.com or something like that. And I didn't realise I needed pearls. So I ordered what I thought was pearl beads. However, when they came, they were completely flat and didn't have a hole in. I had ordered, I don't know what I'd ordered. I'd ordered pearls, but obviously not the correct thing at all. So they've very nicely gone to Amelia, and they are now going to go in her craft box, and Amelia will be making something with pearls. I have since managed to order the correct ones. So that'll be fun when I get to that point, because I do really enjoy beading. My other last whip, which is number 5, is a very special one. Now, I do believe my mum is going to be watching this video if she's going to support me, because I've been talking about doing Flosstube for a really, really, really long time. So, mum, if you're watching, look away. Otherwise, you're going to spoil your birthday present. So, no peeking. Look away. So, hopefully, my mum has disappeared. Last chance, mum. Go away. So, we all go quite often on holiday to Zante, and while we are in Zante, there's a lovely place down on the beach, and my mum has fondly called it a happy place, because there was one time me, my mum and Amelia, we all snuck away and left the boys, and we had the most fabulous little afternoon. Little few wines, some pita bread with like hummus, and we had some gorgeous, gorgeous food sitting on the beach. Amelia was like sitting in front of us, which you'll see by the picture, on the sand, playing with toys, who kept running back and just getting a little bit of food. She was just loving life, playing on the sand. Me and my mum were in the sunshine, drinking wine and eating chips. What more do you want? So when my mum went back to Zante a few months later, she took a picture. And this is the picture. So my mum took a picture and was like, oh my God, I'm in the happy place. So I have converted this pattern with the help of one of the girls, the lovely Lindsay from my local cross-stitch meet. We converted the pattern on Pick to Pat, so I am doing this for my mum as a surprise for her 60th birthday in July. So this has been, parts of it has been very, very confetti heavy. It is my first time ever of using Pick to Pat and converting my own pattern. I've never done it before. Parts of it haven't pulled through on Pattern Keeper. I don't know why. Certain bits, certain colours haven't worked. But I am it just over 80%. Dun, 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 dun. This is on 18 count gridded Ada. And again, I am doing Royal Rose, and I am loving Royal Rose. Hang on, I should be this way, so I'm looking in the camera. This is obviously, I just love this tree. I know it sounds really stupid, but I just love how the twiddly widdly bits on it. I do really like the tree. These are all my crazy parked threads. So this is the last kind of page, because I've made it one big page, because there was literally this little half of one, and that was all that was left. So I thought I'm just going to work it as one. So I am working on the last bit. As I say, I'm about 80% through this. Parts of it were a little bit confetti crazy. I don't think you can even begin to imagine how many colours were in these umbrellas. And there's the little Greek flag, and then, hang on, I'll move my needle minder. There you go, there's the little bit of, I don't know what it is, a little cactus, who knows? That's in the beach here. But yeah, I've really enjoyed working on this. After I have finished this project for my mum, I am then, as I say, I'm going to go on to Fairy Iridescent. I have also got coming, which I'm very, very excited about now. The phone's going to come out again here, so bear with. I have ordered all of the floss and all of the fabric for the amazing tarot card. Oh, I wish the light was better. The tarot cards from the Witchy Stitcher. I mean, the light is shocking. I do apologise. You can get the gist. Is it better that way? No, it's worse. Oh God, okay. If I can be technical minded, I shall try and put some proper pictures in, but I'm not promising anything, because I've never edited a video before, and potentially this may just go up raw and unedited, because I don't know what I'm doing. So I have ordered all of the floss. I've ordered the Royal Broidery floss. Now actually I should have said my whip for my mum, that's Royal Broidery, and Dark Queen of the Seas is also Royal Broidery. My Bonded by the Rain, I believe, is CXC with a couple of DMCs. Fairy Iridescent is definitely all DMC. And what was my other one? Snow Maiden is also all DMC as well. I do use a mixture of the threads. I must admit now I have quite a few things kitted up, which I'm going to talk about shortly. I have quite a few things kitted up, and they are kitted up ready to go with CXC. I will not be buying any more CXC thread from now on. I do much prefer the Royal Broidery threads. They feel so much more like DMC. I know the coverage at times is better with CXC, but my God, are they fluffy. I was a serial licker and threader. I don't know if there's a better technical term for that or not. Now I have to use, where is it? I've got it here somewhere. I normally, oh, I can't find it off the top. Oh no, here it is. I now have to use a needle threader because of the horrible weather here up in the northeast. It is absolutely freezing and I'm sick of getting chapped lips. So I have Vaseline on now, and that's just not a good mix going with me thread. So I do use a needle threader. So actually the problems with CXC isn't as bad, but I just think it looks smoother with the Royal Broidery. Anyways, totally digressed. So back to the Witchy Stitcher. I have joined a Patreon and I am super excited to get the tarot cards. I'm being very, very brave. I have ordered a big, well, a metre by a metre of black Ada. I've gone for 18 count. I was going to try and be clever and stitch it over 2 on even weave. However, I just couldn't find a piece of plain black or super dark even weave that wasn't an absolute fortune. I'm on a bit of a budget. I've got lots of big birthdays, I've got my holiday and bits to do with my car that I need to pay for. So I need to be now I can't afford to spend 80 quid on a big bit of fabric. So I have kitted it up. I have got it here. Hang on, I'll just zoom out. I'm not going to take it out the packet, so I'm sorry if it's a little bit of crinkle, but here is the Ada. I found this on, well, with the help of the lovely Lauren, I found this on AliExpress, and this is just oh, it's not, the glare's terrible, but it's just plain black Ada, £15. So I'm sure it's going to be really scratchy and really hard. So anybody, any tips on how to make it less hard? I'm going to scrunch it. I might even boil it, and if it changes the colour a little bit, it's not the end of the world. I can buy some black dye. Anything to kind of take the starchiness out. So I'm really, really excited for that to arrive. All of the different colours on each of the tarot cards in like the really big border are all of the same colours. So I have ordered initially 5 of each colour, 5 skeins of each colour. Hopefully when they come they're enough. If they're not, I'll just order some more. It hasn't cost us a fortune, so I've ended up managing to kit it up. I think the fabric was about £15 and my floss was about 30. So I've done it for a lot cheaper than what I would have done even just buying the fabric. So I'm very, very excited for that too. Other plans that I have got 2 Soda Stitch mermaids. I'm going to go to the phone again. Hopefully I can make the light better. I don't know how. If not, I shall put a picture. Oh, that's terrible. Maybe if I put it down over so you can see that's one of them, these lovely mermaids. And there's the other one, look. So I've got these 2 mermaids, and again, my lovely friend Josie, because she is so clever, she's going to be starting her own pattern designing business soon, actually. She's done 1 pattern so far, which I'm going to come to as well. But she has, bless her, because I couldn't work out how to flip one of the mermaids because I wanted them on one bit of fabric to kind of like look at each other, because it's Amelia loves mermaids. Mermaids and unicorns, they are Amelia's thing. So I want each of the mermaids on the same bit of fabric to look at each other basically, and they were the opposite. So the lovely Josie has just recharted all of that for me. So I will be starting that at some point. I also have, can I say, I might have to put pictures in. I'll just put pictures in. I've got the lovely, is it Joan Marie, the unicorn mini Purity. I've got that kitted up ready to go, and that's just a big unicorn. No, I was going to see if it might be better on my tablet, but I don't think it will. I'll try and put pictures in. I've got the unicorn, as I say, kitted up ready to go. I have got Mini Sunflower Cottage by Donna Gelsinger, not 100% sure, potentially we have butchered that name. I've got that kitted up ready to go. For those of you who do follow me over on Instagram, my Instagram name is the same, cross.stitch.mad.sarah. I've already done a piece by Nadia Tate, again for Amelia, a lovely mermaid one called Tropical Daydreaming. There is another mermaid that I've got kitted up ready to go called Sweet Remembrance, I believe. Yeah, Sweet Remembrance. I have that kitted up ready to go. I'm not even going to try. I was going to try and put it on my phone. I'm not even going to bother. I shall try and put pictures. So if I have a picture, ta-da, here it'll be. What else have I got kitted up? So going back to lovely Josie, she is Wild Stitches on Instagram. Again, I'll try and put her name underneath. She designed a lovely, kind of like a mini Quaker design for the Northeast Stitching Retreat that I was at last weekend. So that we do monthly meetups. I don't get to go to every one because of work. Sometimes I'm at work on the Saturday, or I've been at work on the Friday night, etc. So I don't get to go to every month, but I do try to go to them when I can. It's really, really lovely. It is organised by Tracy Dixon and Lindsay Dixon, and of course the lovely Nadine, who also does the Chatelaine retreat. They do a really, really good job, and I thoroughly enjoy going. There are lots of lovely, lovely people. So if anyone else is from the Northeast and you haven't heard of us, please join the Facebook group and come and join us. So we've just had a 2-day retreat, which was absolutely lovely. And a lot of the girls from the Yorkshire Stitching Retreat came too. And it was really nice. And for that, Josie designed like a little Quaker. Now, it's not massive. I think off the top of my head, I want to say it's 56 by 70 stitches. It is really cute. So Josie stitched hers all in one colour, but I think it's got a picture of the Angel of the North on, and it's also got the Tyne Bridge on, which are obviously very well-known landmarks here for the Northeast. I think I'm going to stitch the bridge and the Angel of the North in their respective colours. So the Tyne Bridge will be in green, well, like a dark green, and I'm going to do the Angel of the North in like a rusty puby brown, because she's not a very nice colour, is she, the Angel of the North? And then I think I'm going to do the rest on black. I was trying to be really clever and get it to fit in like a 90 by 90 coaster, because my thinking was, ooh, I can bring it and have me hot drink on it all the time and put like it in a plastic coaster. My brain was, I'm not very good mathematical, my brain was totally battered trying to work out how to make it fit into a 90mm by 90mm coaster. In the end, I've pied it. So Josie, bless her, came up with a really good idea. She had said, why don't I just put some cork backing on, and then I can just make my own. And I'm going to buy, if such a thing exists, I'm sure it will, like a waterproof spray, or I might use like Mod Podge or something over the top so the stitches don't get wrecked. I know if I use DMC I could wash it, but then what would I do with a cork board on the back? Anyway, I haven't decided yet, but that is definitely, I'm going to do that after I finish the piece for my mum. I'm then going to move on and do this tiny little one, because it'll not take me long. It'll probably take me not even a night to stitch it. It won't take long at all. So I've got that. Other stitchy kind of plans for the year. That's it. I have all these whips that I want to start, but I really want to get some finishes, because Snow Maiden and Fairy Iridescent, they've been knotting around for nearly 2 years now. I would like rid of them. So my stitching, I'm not so much, I'm a monogamous stitcher. I suppose I am in a way. I kind of like to work on one thing. I get a little bit obsessed. I'm sure I have ADHD that I'm very undiagnosed with. But I get into things. I get like super engrossed, like the Royal Rose. I was like, oh my God, it's amazing, telling everybody about Royal Rose. Now I just want to do things that I can use Royal Rose with. However, I feel like when I do a project, I like to start it, I like to finish it. I do occasionally get bored. Potentially when I start all of the things, this like later on this year, I'm going to have quite a few full coverages on the go. Oh, I knew there was something else. I've also got the big Evolutions, you know, the Heaven and Earth one. But wait until you see this. It's got buried under all my whips. Dun, 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 dun. Look at my whip bag. This is the back of it. I mean, have you ever? And then, this is all of the floss. She's going to be huge. How could I have forgot to talk about this? Yeah, she's going to be huge. This is my lovely whip bag from Lauren's shop, Stitch Buddy. I have this one. Now, I don't very often use whip bags because I have a very trusty method of my own. I use pillowcases. You know, recycling and all that, I'm a little bit obsessed with bedding. I change my bedding on my bed all of the time, hence why everything is pink. Because I get to a point where I'm like, oh, it's a really nice pink, and then it washes it a few times, I get bored of it, or I see something else. I'm forever changing the bedding. Dan is sick of me. So now he just doesn't say anything and doesn't even comment on my bedding anymore. So all of the pillows I keep, like the, well, not the pillows, the pillowcases I keep, and I just use them for my cross stitch project. But how could I not have this bag? It's fabulous. I've also got, although I haven't got them to hand, I have got all of the different Hiiii's needle minders. So this is, I don't know whether to keep this for my birthday, you know, and make this my birthday start. I mean, August is quite far away actually. Maybe I won't. Might treat myself, have it an early birthday start and then maybe an early birthday start too. I've never had more than 5. I think the most I've ever gone to is 6 whips. Maybe this year I might go all out. I might just start everything. So yeah, I've got Hiiiii kitted up ready to go. I've also got another one of Lauren's whip bags. Seeing as I'm talking about whip bags, I bought this one off her when we were at Retford together. Look how beautiful it is. The rainbow zip. And then look at the sparkles. And this is inside. This is how bad I am, right? This is my stuff from Retford from November that I still haven't put away. I've got some beautiful, beautiful fabrics, which I'll just grab out. So this one is very handy, still got the labels on. This is a 32 count. Now this fabric is very similar to what I'd done Petal Fairy on. How beautiful. I've got no idea what I'm going to stitch on it, but it was pretty and I had to have it. And I got first dibs on Lauren's shops because me and Lauren were sharing a room together in Retford and I helped label all of the shop things. So I was like, this one's for the shop and this one's for me. I had like my own separate pile. So I had first dibs. And this one is a 32 count as well. How pretty. Now I am thinking, haven't decided yet, but I'm thinking something mermaidy on this for Amelia because Amelia loves purple. I'm a pink girl, as you can tell, and as you can see, pink, pink, pink is everywhere. Amelia's definitely purple. Amelia's favourite colours are purple and pink, gold and silver. I mean, very girly girl, but yeah, this, I'm feeling some sort of mermaid, something, or unicorny even, something like that is going to go on there for Amelia. So that's just some of my little bit of shopping that I did in Retford. So yes, that's my plans for the rest of the year. I've totally gone off tangent now. Can't even remember what I was talking about, but that's okay because I'm not going to edit this video. You're just going to have a raw, unedited, crazy Sarah video. I've also brought along, just to show you because I'm git proud of it. This is my Fruits of Plenty that I have done. Dun, dun. Oh, she's upside down. Grand reveal, it was upside down. Ready? Doodle-doo. Here is my Fruits of Plenty. Do. Now I did have a little bit of a stress. I didn't think it was going to fit, but it did. I had a little panic for a bit and thought, have I worked it all out wrong? I had a bit of a disaster. So lesson learned to all of you newbies out there like me. Please do not put tape on your project. This is masking tape that I pinched from my nana. I put masking tape all around the edges because at this point I didn't have a sewing machine and thinking it would serge the edges. However, it was on this side, look. Said masking tape got caught in the Q-snap and when I pulled it, it frayed really badly in it. You can't see because I've stitched over. I was trying to see if you could see it from the back. Somewhere in this square, I got like a really big, like a click. Like, you know, when you have a pair of tights and it clicks, like a ladder. I got a ladder in my fabric and I was so disappointed. But luckily, you can't see it. This fabric is a 36. 36? Yes, this is a 36 count. I mean, the colour, that's better if I put it up against us. It's like a lovely smoky grey. This is from Stitch Bunny Shop. This is a printed even weave and I love it. I have got more of this to do other things on. I have lots of things in my stash that I've never started and have all the intentions in the world, which I think is like everybody. So yeah, I'm very proud of this. It is huge. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. My other really big finish, again, you'll have to go and have a look on Instagram. I'm not going to attempt to show my phone. My other big finish that I had at the back end of last year was my Maui. She's beautiful. She's currently with the lovely Lindsay, who is going to frame her for me. The less we talk about the framing, the better. I've had an absolute nightmare ordering photo frames off eBay and off Amazon. All I wanted was an 18 by 24 inch frame. I've used 3 different sellers now, 2 different ones off eBay, and they are in completely different parts of the country, so they're definitely not the same person. I then ordered off Amazon, and all of them have sent me the wrong sized frame. They've all sent me 14.5s by 19s, so I've had to send loads of them back. I'm now hoping, I have reordered with one of the sellers off eBay, and they've promised me that they're going to measure it before sending it out. So fingers crossed, 5th time lucky for the right size frame. And then when she eventually gets done off the lovely Lindsay, she is going to be going upstairs at the top of my stairs. Every time people have a wee, they can go and look at her. What else can I talk about? I'm looking at the time here. This is like half an hour long. I think maybe I've rambled a little bit. Well, maybe a little bit too long. Stitching, just as a little bit of background, I've been stitching possibly. Now, I asked my mum this last night because I told my mum I was going to do this video. I've been talking about doing a floss tube for a really long time, and I haven't had the balls to do it. Probably because I thought nobody would want to listen to some stupid Geordie twittering on. But I thought, you know what? Even if nobody watches this, at least I've got a video for me. So that's what I'm doing. I don't think that I'll be doing huge updates all the time because I don't have many whips, as you've seen. I don't have many whips, and I just kind of work on things till I've finished them. So I'll be updating when I'm updating, or maybe I might not update at all. Maybe I'll go down like a bag of hammers and nobody wants to watch me. Who knows? But yeah, I asked my mum this. I was like, Mum, where did I get into cross stitching from? Because I feel as if I've done it for like forever. So according to my mum and my nana, one year for Christmas, I asked for a cross stitching kit from Phoenix, like a big department store. I don't know. I know they're in a couple of places up and down the northeast, but Phoenix as a child, it's not so good now. I've been back with Amelia. It doesn't have the same vibe. But like it used to have this huge, big like craft section, you know, like painting by numbers, the little foam, like little dinosaurs and little penguins. Like there were like little foam things that you stuck sequins in with pins. Oh my God. I used to just die for the art and craft section in Phoenix. So at some point I remember being bought a Galt kit. So it's a Galt G-A-L-T kit. And it was in like a red box, and I remember it had, the first aider was about what, 4 count? Huge big holes with like actual pieces of wool and like a big plastic needle. I remember it had one of those in. Then it had like an intermediary kind of kit where it was still wool but smaller holes, and then it had a cross stitch one. And I can totally remember doing that, and then ever since then I've just bought kits. I've done quite a few Winnie the Pooh kits over the years. I've done a Tinkerbell, I've done like some Bunny to Love. I used to go to Hobbycraft eventually when I was allowed, but obviously by this point I was still young. I was just, if my mum or my nana allowed me to have one. I can remember I bought the unicorn kit that I eventually refound, which I've done on Instagram. I did it last year or the year before, Pooh's watering can, which was like a big tree with Winnie the Pooh and Eeyore and Tigger. I bought that kit years ago in Phoenix one day with me nana, and I messed it up, and I remember feeling like the kit was huge, and it took us 25 years. I think actually it's in front of us. I stitched it in 2022 in less than a month now. But yeah, at the time I remember thinking this is huge, and Tigger didn't line up, Tigger's tail didn't meet. Pooh, there was like a gap in the trees where Pooh's like holding on like this. Pooh's hands weren't even in the gap. It was terrible. But for years on eBay, I've had an alert out looking for the kit, and when I found it back in 2022, I messaged the lady and I was like, oh my God, this is my unicorn kit. However much you want for it, let me have it. And this lovely, lovely lady sent me it. So I was so pleased. So I've stitched that, not done anything with it. It's in the box of doom. Quite a few of my projects are unwashed, unfinished, shoved in the box, which I know a lot of us are like. I would say my stitching really, really like ramped up a bit during lockdown, even though I was working obviously throughout lockdown. I work in intensive care, so yeah, my lockdown experience, let's just not talk about it with COVID. The less said about that, the better. That's a Pandora's box I do not want to open. Yeah, I feel like I discovered heaven and earth in roundabout lockdown, because I think I started Maui March or April of 2020, which was bang in the middle of lockdown. And I find that stitching really helped with my mental health and really helped me relax. I still find it very relaxing. I do everybody's head in with my stitching. my mum and Nana, and yeah, they're all like, no more stitching. So my mum's probably gutted now that she realises that she's getting a present off me for her 60th, because she's thinking for not another kit, but not another kit, sorry, not another picture. But yeah, this is a special picture, ma'am. You will like it, but no peeking. Yeah, so I'll be back when I'm back. If you've got this far, thanks very much. Hopefully you will enjoy it. Hopefully I haven't made a complete fool out of myself. There's lots of people who've been asking me for ages to do one. I just feel a little bit silly talking to the iPad. I've done this. This is my first time I've ever recorded anything. If it's terrible, I do apologise. I'm going to try and edit and put some pictures in. If I can, I will. If they don't appear, my bad, I'm sorry. I will get some help for my next one if I do one, and I will be better. But yeah, thanks for watching. And I will try and tag people in it that I've mentioned on Instagram. I'll also try and do a description. Having no idea how to do a description, but I shall try my best and add things in. Don't know if I'll be successful or not, but hey ho, God loves a trier. But yeah, thanks for watching, and if you would like to subscribe and see me again, please do. A little like and a comment wouldn't go amiss, although I have no idea how I reply to comments on YouTube. I'm going to have to learn. And also, please follow me on Instagram. I do post quite a lot on Instagram. But yeah, it's been lovely speaking to you all, although speaking to myself. And yeah, see you later. Bye.